Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all. So it's funny, just hearing what everyone was just talking about. I had this up-tempo, fun sing-along song that I was going to do, but I think we need this more right now. This is a brand new chant I just wrote, kind of, to myself, I would say. And hear what the words say. Be not afraid, for I am with you always. Now, whoever you want that to be, spirit, whatever you want it to be, whatever presence you have in your life that you feel in all of this unsettling time is with you. So be not afraid, for I am with you always. Be not afraid, for I am always with you. Be not afraid, forever and always, I am with you. Be not afraid. So this just feels a little bit more appropriate to sing to y'all. So I want you to just take a deep breath right now. Just close your eyes. Let's just feel like we are connected with each other, connected with spirit, with all the stuff that's going on right now, that we can feel that protection. It goes like this. Be not afraid, for I am with you always. Be not afraid, for I am always with you. Be not afraid, forever and always I am with you. Be not afraid. That's the whole thing. Sing with me now. Be not afraid, for I am with you always. For I am with you always. Be not afraid, for I am always with you. For I am always with you. Be not afraid, forever and always. Forever and always I am with you. Be not afraid. So take a deep breath. Feel that now. Be not afraid, for I am with you always. For I am with you always. Be not afraid, for I am always with you. I am always with you. Be not afraid, forever and always. Forever and always I am with you. Be not afraid. Let's sing it one more time. Be not afraid, for I am with you always. With you always. Be not afraid, for I am always with you. Be not afraid, forever and always. Forever and always I am with you. Be not afraid, I am with you. Be not afraid, I am with you. Be not afraid. So I want you to just do an affirmation, because I'm going to be talking about what your words are, how they go into your head. So right now, put your hand on your heart and say, I am not afraid. I am protected. I am safe. My family is safe. My animals are safe. My house is safe. My community is safe. I am safe. And all is well. Yay! It's good to be back with all of you again. I love it. I feel like it's kind of becoming a regular thing, which is lovely. I'm getting to know you. So my talk today is really going to be about everything that we're going through right now. I'm here to remind you of how your thoughts govern your world. So, of course, in typical Karen fashion, I have to start off with a song that talks about that. So here we go. Let's see. So you can just kind of bounce around a little bit. There you go. She's got it going on. When I'm feeling down and blue, found a trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. And when I wake up with a bad attitude, I fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. And I can choose to be happy, I can choose to be free. Moment by moment, it's It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Time to blow. It's a talent. What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? You gotta watch. What you thinking? What you thinking? You've got to watch your thinking. Whoa, when I'm feeling down and blue, I found a trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. And if I wake up with bad attitude, I just fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, I can choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I. What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? What you thinking? You gotta watch. What you thinking? What you thinking? You've got to watch your thinking. What you thinking? Watch your thinking. Yay! Thank you. So, love the kazoo. Thank you, Patricia. It's all about the kazoo. So, what you thinking? You know, you got to watch your thinking. That's what that song is all about. What are you thinking? So, my question is, what are you thinking these days? Every day, what do you when you wake up in the morning? What's your first thought? When all this craziness is going on, is your mind just spinning out and going into fear thoughts? What you thinking? So Louise Hay had a great quote. Every thought you think and every word you say is an affirmation for your future. Listen to that idea. Every thought you think and every word you say is like you're saying an affirmation for what you want your day or your life or your world to be. So that's why it's so important that we watch our thinking. We watch what we say. Now, you know, you've heard this before. I think that my job today is just to bring us back, like just gently remind us of this truth, because you certainly have heard this before. You've hopefully practiced it. But, you know, I think we can very easily go off track. We can very easily just kind of start to go over here and start to think these negative thoughts. And you know what's interesting? We have 60,000 thoughts we think a day. And what I think is really interesting, I found out this little fact that rhinos have really bad eyesight. And when they get spooked, what they do is they run in the direction that they're facing. If they get spooked, you'll all of a sudden see a herd of rhinos just like running in all these different directions. They don't think about, oh, the sound came from here, I should run in this direction. They just run in the direction that they're pointing. And our thoughts are very much like those out of control rhinos, that they just go flying off if you get triggered. And of course, you know, I have a song for everything. I have a song called Triggered. And the chorus says, I'm triggered, I'm triggered, I'm triggered. And it's all about how when you get triggered, that you go down a rabbit hole. And it's like you literally, it's like your computer doesn't work anymore. Have you ever had that where you're working on your computer and all of a sudden the internet goes out and you're just like, you're tapping the keys like, what's wrong, what's wrong? That's what when we get triggered, we just go down that slippery slope. Well, how do we get back? How do we get back to center? How do we get back to the truth? And also, how do we get back to the truth of who we really are? You know, when we get triggered and it brings up all that old garbage of, oh, I'm not good enough and I should have done this in my life and blah, 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 blah. How do we get back to that place of going, no, 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 you're a child of God. You are in the right place. All is well, you know, and that you just allow yourself to get back to center. But I'm going to go back to that. You know, this is one of my little pet peeves that I talk about in almost every talk that I say, is really how we start our day The thoughts we think the first thing in the morning is what the rest of the day we set the tone with those thoughts. And you've heard me say this before. I probably said it last month, but truly, it's I think one of the biggest spiritual practices you can use is just to monitor what you say first thing in the morning. So, you know, my favorite thing to say is, when you woke up this morning, did you go and look in the mirror and go, oh my God, did you get more beautiful overnight? I mean, what did you say? Did you say that? Did you say, oh my, look at you, you fabulous thing. And what a great day this is going to be. Oh my God, there's smoke in the air, but it's all okay. I mean, what did you say? Or do you look at yourself and go, oh my God, what's happening? The world is dying. I mean, you know, it's just, we have to just kind of keep bringing ourselves back to center. But here's the thing, this is how I live my life. I'm so aware of my thoughts and what I say that boy, do I slip up, let me tell you, but I truly have this vision, this idea that there's a magic genie in the sky. And anything that I say, that genie is there to say, yes, Master, I will make it so. Yes, Master, I will make it so. So I've taught so many workshops in music and singing and stuff like that. And it's so common that people will just say, oh, I can't sing. Oh, I can't write a song. Oh, I can't. And what do you think happens, especially for those of you who've ever thought that, oh, I can't sing, I'm tone deaf. Someone told me I was tone deaf, I can't sing. Don't try to convince me otherwise, I'm tone deaf. And truly what I think is that when you say that, yes, Master, I will make it so, what happens is you literally get like glue in your ears, and you will create a person right next to you. If you're singing with a bunch of people in church, let's say, when we used to do that, you'll create someone right next to you who will give you one of these looks, like, just so subtle. They'll just move their eyes in a certain way like this. They could have gas. I mean, who knows what's going on with them? It has nothing to do with you. But you will create that person sat next to you, gave you that look. You couldn't hear anything because you have glue in your ears. And it'll be, yes, Master, I'll make it so that you think that you can't do this. So I'm here to say we need to acknowledge those thoughts and start to work with them. Because your words have energy, your words have power, your words are what determine your life. So how often have you said something like this, or have you heard something like this? This job is killing me. I'm dying to go on a vacation. Oh, I'm such a procrastinator, I never do anything. I'm too old to try something new. I'm so old. My body is falling apart. Ernest Holmes, founder of Science of Mind, said, change your thinking, change your life. So what about if we were to change that? What about if instead of saying my job is killing me, you say this job no longer serves me and I'm ready for a change? See the difference? Instead of I'm dying to go on a vacation, using the word dying, yes, Master, I'll make it so you go on a vacation and you die. You could say, I'm so looking forward to going on a vacation. I'm such a procrastinator. I am capable and willing to take a baby step towards what it is that I want to do. I'm capable and willing to start moving towards what I want. I'm too old to try something new. I mean, make these up for yourself. I'm just saying these. What would you say instead? How can you flip that? I can do anything that I decide to do. I've proved it in the past and I can do it again. My body's falling apart. I love and honor my body and I give it what it needs. So what I'm talking about here is affirmations. And I know that you've heard that word a million times, but I want to take it to a deeper level today. I want to have it be that you really look at and become more aware. I mean, that's really what all this is about. I truly believe we come to church, we come to these meetings just to simply be reminded of what you already know. You already know this stuff, but we forget. We're human. We go off, and we have to be gently brought back. So when you think about an affirmation is simply, you know, a statement that is going to go to the truth of who you are. It's not going to be a word that is way out in the future. I will do this one day. It's going to be like right now, I declare, I claim, I know, I have, I am. All those words are saying right now, because here's the thing. Again, you go back to the rhinos that are all running around the forest. It's like when you look at the idea of reeling in your thoughts and go, wow, I keep saying this thought over and over that is not serving me anymore. How can you reel it in and change it and flip it and make it an affirmation that's going to work? You know, one of the things that I have done in my musical career is, I learned the power of all this stuff many years ago when I was first becoming a songwriter. And I started writing these chants. And a chant, you know, in case you don't know, a chant is simply an affirmation put to music. So that's a lot of what my music is. That's why a lot of people like singing my songs, because they say it makes me feel better. Well, why is it making you feel better? Because you are literally breathing and singing and saying what it is that you do want. Because if you have a choice, I mean, it all comes down to a choice here. We all have a choice every day of where our mind is going to go. And if you allow it to spin out and get triggered, it'll just keep going there. That's just what the mind does. Your ego gets to come in, your inner critic gets to come in and just go crazy with you. But when you can make that choice of saying, no, I'm going to choose another thought here, because what would you rather choose? A thought that's going to make you feel bad or a thought that's going to make you feel good? Duh. So what I was about to get to is that when I first started writing songs, I learned the power of writing chants. And again, a chant is just, you know, a 1-line or 4-line little, you know, affirmation that I would sing. And I would have these affirmations I'd put all these little yellow stickies all over my house. You have thin thighs, money is coming to you easily and effortlessly, you're a foxy babe, you know, whatever it was that I was going through. And I realized that when I started to sing those lines, it wasn't mental anymore. It would actually go into my being. My cells would feel that. And so when I started to sing, money is coming to me easily and effortlessly, money is coming to me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly, money is coming to me. Actually, my favorite story of that song is when we recorded it, I had a backup singer that we had to sing those lines over and over and over again. You know, it's a 5-minute chant that's just saying those lines over again. And she went home that day and she looked at her mailbox and there was a $5,000 check for a commercial that she had done 10 years ago, that they had lost her address and they finally found her and sent her this money on that day that we recorded it. And she called me up and said, all right, this stuff works. I'm yours from now on. It works. But what I was getting to before is that I learned a long time ago the power, the real power of these affirmations when put to music, when you get really specific with healing or with any kind of issue you're going through. And my mother had been diagnosed with cancer and she was going in for chemo treatments. And her affirmation that she said every day was, I am healed, whole, and healthy. I am healed, whole, and healthy. That was her affirmation. And I said, well, Mom, that's a song. So I just wrote, I am healed, whole, and healthy. I relax and visualize. I am healed, whole, and healthy. I am well. I am well. And so I recorded this little chant for her, and she listened to that every time she went in for chemo, over and over. And she said to me what a difference it made to feel that when the chemo was going in her body, that's what was going in her mind, was singing that. And so that's really become a big part of what I do now, is I write these healing chants for people. And I've made 2 CDs, you know, Heart of Healing 1 and 2, and it's been such an affirmation to me how important this is, because I'll have people say, you know, I go in for my chemo, or I'll have 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll wake up with these thoughts of fear. But if I put on, you know, I allow, I surrender, or I'm healed, whole, and healthy, or joy fills every cell in my body, it will bring me back to center. And so that's what I'm looking at with all of you today, is to say, what are some of the things that you say to yourself, and how can you reverse that? Now, one of the things that's interesting about this idea is that so many of the things we say to ourselves are unconscious. We're not even aware we're saying them. And I call these asides, because what it is, it's like you'll say something like, oh, this, someone will give you a compliment and you'll say, oh, this dress, oh, well, I look fat. And you'll say it kind of out of the side of your mouth, and it'll usually be really fast. Oh, oh, I can't cook. Oh, I don't sing. And you'll say these things, but you'll say them over and over and over again in your life. And again, like how I said that there was the little magic genie saying, yes, it'll be so. I also believe that there's a little construction crew off to the side of your mind that is waiting for direction. And that construction crew will either come in and weed whack those thoughts that don't work if you say that that's what you want, or every time you say, I'm not smart, or I'm fat, or I'm this, a negative, they will literally take bricks and they will keep making a path in that, in the weeds. They will make this clear-cut path so that every time that subject comes up, here you are again, just like a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, I can't sing. Oh, I can't cook. Oh, I'm not good at this. And you will say that so much that it literally becomes a programmed response in your brain. I mean, this is all proven stuff that that you get these triggers, these fires that will literally just make these pathways, these what are they called, neuro pathways in your mind that will literally just become this pathway that's what you believe, until you make the choice that you want to do something different. And you have to move from that well-worn path that I'm not good enough over to here where there's maybe some weeds, but you have to start whacking at them and go through them. So one of the things I've done in all of my women's retreats, I have this exercise called drop and give me 20. And what that means is, it doesn't mean you're going to drop to your knees and do a million push-ups. What it means is, every time you say something negative, if you catch it, or I advise you to employ your family and friends to say, I'm working on this issue. If you hear me say something negative, would you say something to me? Just in that moment, go, what? What did you just say? And every time you say that negative thought, their job, or your job, is to say, wait, stop, and drop, and give me 20. So I want you to remember that. Stop and drop and give me 20. And what that means is, you're going to stop that thought, you're going to drop into your heart, and you're going to say 20 things that are positive about you. Now, 20 might sound really big, so I'm going to just give you, for today, give me 3. So what that means is, if I say, oh, what is something I say all the time? Oh, well, I have a great one just this week. I was talking to a friend of mine how I want to start to, I've been so busy lately, and I've been saying, I really want to just stop in the afternoon and give myself 20 minutes to just lie down and like read a book, just relax. And we were talking about this, and I went, oh, but this is going to be really hard for me. I'm in such a habit of, just going. And they went, what? What did you just say? And I realized there I was again going, oh, this is going to be really hard to relax. It's going to be just such a challenge to relax. Well, yes, Master, I will make it so. So what do you think is going to happen? The first day I sit down and open up a book, the phone's going to ring. I'm going to all of a sudden see, oh, I really need to clean. I need to do the gardening over here. Oh, there's a pile of wash I have to do. I mean, all these things are going to come up. Yes, Master, I'll make it so that you cannot just sit down and relax. So I had to look at that and go, well, okay, what do I know to be so? The truth is, I can do this. I can set an alarm. I can let it be okay that I see that stuff, I acknowledge it, and then just say, I'll do it later. So give 3 or 4 reasons of what you know to be true. I know I can do this. I am calm. I will create a sanctuary for myself to relax and enjoy it. Whatever it is, it could just be one line. I give myself permission to relax, and I have more energy by doing that. Does that sound good? So dropping in between. So I really suggest that you start to listen for yourself, but a lot of times, again, your ego will make it that you don't even hear that. So I would really advise you to employ people and say, do me a favor, please, if you hear me saying something negative about myself or about the world or blah, 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 whatever it is, stop me and say, what do you know to be true about yourself? I mean, one of the most beautiful exercises that I would do in my retreats would be that people would walk around and say, what I know to be true about you is. What I know about you is. The beauty I see in you is. And people would just turn into mush because they would just be, really? That's who I am to you? And we are so much more beautiful and loving and kind and talented than to other people than we give ourselves credit for. So I'm going to say again what she said in the introduction. I love this. I love this this quote. The words you speak become the house that you live in. That's from Hafiz. The words that you speak, it's like you're building a house with the words that you speak every day. And if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you can't. So I want to give you a little story today, one of my favorite stories about how powerful our words are. And there's a woman that I met years ago that her name is Evie McDonald. And Evie was a nurse in Kansas. And Evie suffered from polio as a child. And she became a nurse, but she had all these health problems. You know, because of polio, she was overweight. She didn't, you know, her walk, she didn't walk really right. And she just had all of this hatred towards her body. And then she got diagnosed with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. And because she was a nurse, she knew what this meant. She knew pretty much what was going to be happening to her in her life. And it didn't look good. And she made a vow one day when she was starting to decline, and she was in a wheelchair now. She said, all my life I've hated my body. All my life I've said the most negative, hurtful, horrible things to myself about who I was, but specifically about my body. And she said, if I have 6 months or a year to live, I want it to be that when I go out, that I switch that around, that I went out loving myself. If that's the only thing that I do by the time I'm gone, that's my goal. And so she started a practice every day that she would roll herself in front of the mirror, and she would do this naked, by the way, roll herself in front of the mirror and look at her body and try and come up with positive things to say about herself. And every day she did this, and every day the list was so long of all the things that she saw that she hated and all the ways her life didn't work, and she would just go on and on. But it became her spiritual practice to do this every day. And one day, it was like she crossed over a threshold. And she looked in the mirror and said, all right, I vow today to find one thing, one positive statement that I can say about myself. And she looked in the mirror and she said, well, I like the color of my hair. I appreciate these hands that have helped so many people through my nursing. And she just started to just one by one, just a few every day. But she did this every day as a practice. And what was amazing was that her practice turned into saying words of gratitude. And that's one of the keys about all of what we're going to talk about here today, is that when you hit that place of gratitude, that's when things can turn over. Even if you have to fake it till you make it. At the beginning, Evie admitted that she had to fake it. She had to look at her body and go, I love you. And she didn't feel it. But she kept saying those positive words over and over every day because she had nothing else to do except do that practice. And she did it every day. And what's amazing about this story is through the practice of gratitude, of showing up to herself, of loving herself, and using her words to cure, she became one of just a handful of people who have cured themselves of ALS. And you can look up her name, you can read about her. And what was amazing to me is I heard this story from a friend, and it was just so moving to me about how powerful, you know, gratitude can be. And I wrote a song about it called I Look Good. And it was all about, I look in the mirror every day and say, ooh, I look good. It was just this fun little playful song based on this story. And I was at a conference one time, a health and healing conference, and the promoter came up to me and said, Karen, we want you to do some music to open up for a speaker over in this other building. Can you run over there and just sing a few songs before her? And turns out, who was that person? Evie McDonald. And so I sang that song, I Look Good, and we wound up, talking all about her life and what was going on. And what happened with Evie is she gave up nursing when she cured herself, and she became a minister. And her whole world was all about practicing and teaching and saying the magic of gratitude and the magic of what your words can do to your life. And we've been friends ever since. She's an amazing woman. She's writing a book about her whole story, but quite amazing what all this can do. So here's another quote that I love. Our mind is a garden. Our thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. I need to make that into a chant, don't you think? Some people say life is hard. It is not. Some people say it's easy. It is not. Some say it's lonely, tricky, or a test. It is not. Life is only a reflection of whatever you say. So what say you? So I'm going to leave you today with a little meditation here. And I also want to just say to you that if you are interested in learning more about how to write your own chant, actually this is a spiritual practice that I say to people, is that every morning you put your hand over your heart and you say how you're feeling, and you do a one-line affirmation of what you're feeling that day or what you want in that day, and you put it to music. It could be to a nursery rhyme, it could be to a Karen Drucker song, it could be to Disco Inferno, it doesn't matter. But you put music to whatever it is that you want to affirm for the day, and you literally can be kind of singing that song all through the day. It becomes what I call an earworm. You just keep singing that. But actually today at 4 o'clock, I'm teaching a how to write your own chant workshop. So if any of you are interested, you can go to my website and the information is there, but it's at 4 o'clock just for an hour and a half. Anybody can do it. But I want to leave you today with a meditation from one of my favorite ideas to start your day with. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. So you can say that as a may I, or you could say, I am filled with loving kindness. But let's just do that. So everyone, if you would, you could put your hands over your heart. You can close your eyes. You could do whatever you want. But here, let me just teach you this little chant. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. So that's the whole thing right there. So look at how that's an affirmation of saying, today, may I be filled with loving kindness with everyone I meet. So I want you to imagine yourself, picture someone in your mind's eyes, and you're saying this to them. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well, peaceful. May I be peaceful and at ease, happy. And may I be happy. And take a deep breath. Give that to yourself. Put that into your heart. It's your affirmation for the day. That you're filled with loving kindness with everyone you meet. So now picture someone in your mind's eye, someone that you want to give this gift to. You want to direct that energy to them. See them and say, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well, peaceful. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. So now let's think about what Meg's prayer was at the beginning. All the firefighters, the first responders, all those people that are fighting these fires, that are in the hospitals helping with the COVID people. I mean, just all of these people. and just put it out to the world. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well peaceful. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. You know, I think we could do that again, because I think there's a lot of people we need to direct that energy towards. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well peaceful. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. Now let's practice that concept of really what you're declaring for the day. So give this back to yourself and say, I am. So whenever you say anything you say after I am is always what you're declaring. So just always watch that concept of saying I am, and when you put a not in it, it creates that it's not going to happen. So just right now, just say, I am filled. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease. And I am happy. I think we could do that again. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease. And I am happy. Just that last line. I am happy. And you can tell your face this concept. I am happy. Last thank you. I want to give you one last little thing to think about. And this is what I'm going to do in my class today, is I want you to just think about whatever is going on in your life right now. Some thought you're thinking. It could be about your safety with the fires. It could be about how you're feeling about shelter in place, how it feels to not be able to be seeing people. Whatever it is, I want you to let that thought come up. I saw a quote today that said, when you feel it, you can deal with it. So when you allow that thought to come up, whatever it is, you know, if I'm lonely or I'm sad or I'm scared or whatever that thought is, don't squish it down. That's one of the things that's so important about our work that we do, is that when you squish down any feeling, it's like having 5 beach balls in the water that, you know, you're in a pool trying to keep those beach balls down. When you allow them to just come up, you can see it and you can deal with it. You can feel it. And once you feel it, it doesn't mean it's going to overtake you. That's when you go into spiritual practice of, okay, what do I need to do to deal with this feeling? So I'd like you all, as a homework assignment from me, to think about whatever's going on for you right now in your life. And, you know, given these fires and what's going on, it's easy to be scared about it. But to make an affirmation that can comfort you. It's not going to be an affirmation that's just going to be like, oh, everything's all good. You know, there's no fires. It's not that. It's going to be an affirmation that when you have a thought come up that is a negative thought or a scary thought or whatever, what is the thought you can switch around, that you can go to the opposite of that, on the other side of it, that is an affirmation? So just think for a moment. What is one thought? And now turn it into an affirmation. And if you know how to work the chat, if you want to put that in the chat, just what is your affirmation right now? It could be right now in this moment. I am safe. I am filled with the presence of spirit. I'm never alone. Whatever it is. At my center, I am peace. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, see, I'm doing what I'm going to do at my chant workshop today. I'm at my center. I am peace. At my center, I am peace. At my center, I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. I mean, you could just sing that over and over and feel that. Give me trust that no despair grip my soul. I love that. So just think about that. You could put it in the chat right now and other people can hold that for you, or write it down today and just keep saying it over and over. But just once again, as I conclude here today, is just allow yourself to know that you are safe, you are protected, and allow yourself to say that over and over. I am what? I am what? All right, so thank you all so much for listening. I appreciate you all. It's lovely to be with you. I hope you got something from today, and blessings to all of you. All right, so actually we're going to be doing a different song than the peace song today. I hope that's okay. We're going to do my song Stand. But here's what I know. I know that we have the power within us to create whatever it is that we want in our lives. And it all starts with I am. So everyone just say, I am. And I want you to do a quality of being right then. So you say, I am what? Give yourself a beautiful quality of being that you're going to declare for today. I am beautiful. I am talented. I am creative. I am safe, whatever it is. So I'm knowing and claiming for each and every one of us that whatever comes after I am is the truth of who you are each and every day. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world. Now that's the whole thing. Let there be peace. I am a stand. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand. I am a stand for love. Joy. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world. Now one more time. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world. Now again, that line. We are making a new world. Now, yes, we are. We are making a new world now. And so it is, and so it shall be.